Welcome back to Pastry Maestra. I'm Teresa and today I'm making red velvet Valentine's Day cake. As usual, the recipe is on my site and the link is down below. Red velvet cake is traditionally a red, red-brown, crimson or scarlet-colored chocolate layer cake. Originally, at least that is what I've learned on the internet, traditional recipes did not use food coloring, and the reddish color came from non-Dutch antocyanin-rich cocoa. Dutch what and what you say? Well, let me explain. You see, the cocoa bean processing comes in two varieties, so-called Broma process and Dutch process. Broma process is a method of extracting cocoa butter from roasted cocoa beans that consists of hanging bags of roasted cocoa beans in a very warm room, above the melting point of cocoa butter, which is slightly above room temperature, and allowing the cocoa butter to drip off the beans where it is collected. After the Broma process is completed, the remaining dry cocoa beans are usually ground into cocoa powder. The Dutch process adds an additional processing step to the Broma process, whereby after the cocoa butter has been drained off the beans are soaked in an alkaline solution to make them chemically neutral. And there is the catch. You see, natural cocoa is fairly acidic, and it is the acid that reacts to the buttermilk and vinegar, which are main ingredients of the red velvet cake, creating a reddish hue. Now we come to anthocyanins. These are water-soluble pigments that, depending on their pH, may appear red, purple, blue or black. Food plants rich in anthocyanins are, for example, blueberry, raspberry, black rice and, you guessed it, cocoa beans. So, as you can see, in order to get a reddish cake, you need a non-Dutch anthocyanin-rich cocoa. Simple, right? Yes, I know, this is anything but simple, since today, all around the world, cocoa is processed the Dutch way, meaning it is chemically neutral, and buttermilk and vinegar do not react with it. So we use food colors to make our velvety red beauties. Now a few words about history. It seems that velvet cake is thought to have originated in Maryland early in the 20th century. Beginning in the 19th century, velvet cake, a soft and velvety crumb cake, came to be served as a fancy dessert in contrast to what had been the more common, coarser crumbed cake. Recipes called for the use of cocoa to soften flour and make finer texture cakes. This smoother texture gave these cakes the name velvet cakes. When foods were rationed during World War II, bakers in the United States used boiled beetroot juices to enhance the color of their cakes. Nowadays we use food colors simply because it is easy. Sure, you can cook beetroots and make your own color, but I will not do that today. Also, thanks to the food colors, our red velvet cakes can be really red, like fire engine red. And we like that, don't we? I sure do, so let me show you how to make some cute, heart-shaped of course, red velvet Valentine's Day cakes. As usual, the recipe is on my site and the link is down below. To make red velvet cake, I've put lukewarm milk into a measuring cup, and now I will add lemon juice and stir to combine. I will leave this at room temperature for about 15 minutes until it curdles. You can use buttermilk instead of this mixture. I've put sifted flour into another bowl. I will add sugar, cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt and stir well with a whisk. I will add curdled milk or buttermilk into the dry ingredients and stir well to combine. I will add vegetable oil and apple cider vinegar and stir again. Finally, I'll add red gel coloring and stir well with a whisk. I will transfer the batter into 30 by 30 centimeters, which is 12 by 12 inches pan, lined with parchment paper. I will distribute the mixture using my small spatula, and then I will bake my cake at 180 degrees centigrade, which is 350 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 15 minutes. I will take it out and leave it to cool down completely. To make mascarpone cream, I've put mascarpone cream cheese into a bowl. I will add sugar and vanilla powder and stir well with a silicone spatula. I will whip cream in a stand mixer fitted with whisk attachment to soft peaks. I'll add whipped cream into mascarpone mixture and stir until combined. My cake is done and cooled. Now I'll cut out 9 hearts with my cookie cutter. I've placed 1 red velvet heart onto a plate. I've put mascarpone cream into a piping bag fitted with plain 8 mm, which is 3/8 of an inch tip, and now I will pipe the cream onto the cake. I will cover it with another layer and repeat the procedure. I will cover this with the final top layer. To make it easier for me to pipe a small heart, I will make an imprint on the top layer using my small heart-shaped cutter. First, I will pipe blobs of cream along the edge of my cake. Then, using a piping bag fitted with 2 mm, which is 5/64 of an inch tip, I will pipe small blobs of cream following the small heart-shaped imprint. I will finish my decoration with various sprinkles. Of course, you can use any form, color or shape you like. Just let your imagination guide you. There, my delicious red velvet Valentine's Day cake is done. Enjoy!
Oh baby, you are so sweet, so delicious and yummy, so good to eat. I wanna lick you, feel your sweetness on my lips. Forever and ever, you'll stay on my hips.
I'm Teresa. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you want to stay in touch, follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and of course, visit my site, where you can find elaborate posts with lots of pictures, additional information and recipes that follow my every video. Also, on my site you can download my free 365 pages ebook The Pastry Chef and maybe buy me a macaron, if you think that I've earned it. Now, before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That really helps a lot. Finally, and this is the most important thing, don't forget to create sweetness every day, because sweetness is happiness. See you in my next video. Bye!